Hey everyone, welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my face palette collection. I really enjoy watching other people's makeup collection, so I figured why not film my own face palette collection. I do have an eyeshadow palette collection and also my foundation collection. If you have not checked those out, I will link it down below if you're interested. So yeah, I decided to film my face palette collection. These are like blushes and bronzers, setting powders, and also highlighters. So these are all in little palettes or big palettes, or it's just face palettes in general. So if you would like to see what I have in my collection, then just keep on watching. And also, if you're not yet subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Also, leave me a comment down below what products you would like to see from my collection next. If you would like to see what face palettes I have, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with my more affordable face palettes and stuff like that, and then move my way up to high end. So the first two products I have here are e.l.f. products, and they're actually blush palettes. And this one is the dark blush palette, and it just looks like these. These are really pigmented, and they're only like $6. I picked mine up at Walmart. So this one's the dark, and then this one is the light. So I personally like this one more because it's more of the shades that I use. These ones are very pigmented. I can do some swatches for you guys. So here's that one, and this one as well. So these are some swatches of those. Again, these are only $6 and you can pick these up at Walmart. Next up, I have these two contouring palettes by Wet n Wild. This one is Dulce de Leche, and then this one is Caramel Toffee. I use more this one, the Dulce de Leche. I have a little dip right here. I just feel like the shades on that one is better on me than this one is. I feel like this one's more for darker skin tones. But I like these. They're really finely milled and really nice and smooth as well. And very pigmented also. And then the yellow is also good to brighten up the under eye area and stuff like that. These are really pigmented, like I said. I believe they're like $5 or so. You can find these at Walmart as well. Next up, I have this face palette by ColourPop, and it's the Knockout. This was part of their peach monochromatic collection, and this is what it looks like. This is a blush, again, very pigmented, and this is a highlighter. This is pretty dark for my skin tone. I don't know, it looks really yellow. I don't really feel like it'll look very nice on me. I'm not sure. It's not my favorite highlighter, but it is very pretty, and the blush in here is beautiful also. Next up, we have two palettes by BH Cosmetics. This one is the Spotlight Highlighting Palette, and this is the Backlight Highlighting Palette. I have raved about these. I do have an in-depth review on these two palettes, and I do swatch all of them and do face swatches as well. If you're interested, I'll link them down below. These are very pigmented, as you can see here. Gorgeous, beautiful highlighting palettes. And this one right here is like more holographic shades. I did want the Moonchild, but I didn't want to spend $45 on this palette. On that palette, I should say. So when BH Cosmetics came out with this holographic one, I knew I wanted to pick it up. So this is the blue highlighting. This is like a green. And again, let's see this pink one. Gorgeous, right? And these only retail for $16 each, and BH Cosmetics has had 20% off coupons lately, so you can use those coupons on these palettes also. Next up, I have two Morphe palettes right here. This first one is the 9B, so this one has more like mauve shades and bright orange and bright pink shades, whereas this one is the 9N, and this is more of a neutral palette. More peachy shades, more everyday neutral shades. I use these more when I freelance, so I have more options. And I used this not too long ago. This is pretty new to my collection, and this is very pigmented. These are no joke. Look how pigmented that is. Crazy, right? And again, let me swatch this hot red shade right here. These are like very pigmented and very affordable also. So staying with affordable products still, I did want to mention these contouring shades and brush, and this is also like a setting powder. This one is by MAC, and this shade is called Soft Spoken. These three are from Makeup Geek. This is called Soulmate. This one is Half-Hearted, and it's a warm medium contour shade. And then this one is Bad Habit in Warm Fair. And these are all very pigmented as well. I actually picked these up these are actually on sale on the Makeup Geek site, and I paid $3 each. And definitely keep an eye out on the sale section. These are marked as damaged, and they all had like a little scratch, so I thought it was very worth it. And then this is just a yellow brightening under eye shade to set your concealer. Next up, I have this Makeup Geek times Kathleen Lights highlighting palette collab, and it just looks like this. I haven't used this palette in a while, but this is very buttery and smooth also. Here are all those shades. This one is my favorite from the three. Next up, I have these three highlighting palettes by Sleek Makeup. I feel like these are I think these can be considered at an affordable price. This is the famous Solstice palette that Jaclyn Hill made everybody and their mama go run for it. It's really pigmented and very glowy. And these two are actually like cream highlighters, which I have not used. I've just used those two, but I do enjoy those. I actually have this one on my cheeks in the beginning of this video, and this is the Cleopatra Kiss highlighting palette. And I did mix both of these, so these are more like goldy bronzy shades. That is what that looks like. I think these are pretty worth it. And then this last one is the Sleek Makeup in Midas Touch, and I believe this was limited edition. I'm not sure if they still have this one, but again, these are more like fun shades. They do have like a everyday pink shade, and this white one, and this blue one. Ooh, the blue one's pretty cool. I haven't used this one yet, but the blue one is very beautiful. They're all very pretty, very glowy. They look very nice on the skin, and these are long lasting, so I do recommend you guys picking at least one of these up. I'm going to start off with my higher end face palettes. This first one is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. So this is in the older packaging. So this does come with 3 under eye brightening powders and then also 3 contour powders. I use these two more to like brighten my under eye area, but this is a very pigmented palette, and they have a new packaging for these, which is very nice, and you are able to refill the palette pans, which is nice also for those of you if you just use up one shade. You are able to just pick up that shade if you run out of your favorite shades. Next up, I have this Chicathon by Benefit, and it has Rockateur, Dallas, Hula, Coralista, and Dandelion. And I keep all my inserts, you'll probably tell, like, I just keep everything that it comes in, and this is what it looks like. I haven't used the brush. There's mixed reviews about the brush. Some people like it and some people hate it, but I haven't used this, just in there. So this palette was actually limited edition last year, and they put all their like top selling blushes and contour shades in here to create this palette. This actually retail for like $50, and these are all full size, so if you just pick one up, I think they're like $30. So you definitely get a good deal picking this one up, or picking like a Benefit Chicathon palette. They do have another one this year that I really wanted to get, but I have 3 of these shades that are in that palette, so I didn't feel like it was worth it for me to pick up. But again, these are all of Benefit's top selling shades, so I really wanted to get my hands on this. It's also very pigmented, and I do recommend you guys trying their products. Next up, I have this Too Faced the Little Black Book of Bronzers. I picked this up a couple years ago. I got it on sale for like $30, I believe, and this retails like regular price is $50. So it does come with all of their chocolate bronzers in this, just like in the smaller sizes. So you are able to pick up any of these shades in a full size. So I really thought this was cute because I was able to try all of their contours and illuminators and really be able to try everything out. Again, Too Faced's bronzers are very popular and very pigmented. Milk Chocolate Soleil and Chocolate Soleil are 2 of their top sellers. So I do enjoy this palette also, and I do use this at times when I freelance as well. Next up is this palette by Hourglass. This is called the Ambient Lighting Edit palette. Again by Hourglass. So it comes with 3 of their ambient lightings, and then these are blushes, and I believe this is a bronzer. I don't use this as much as I should and as much as this palette actually costs. A lot of people rave about Hourglass and these powders, but I don't know if I didn't like really use it enough to really be like to say that I love it, because I don't really see a difference on my skin when I use this. Like, these blushes are beautiful on the skin, but like these, you can use them as like setting your whole face, and also I think like as illuminators as well. They are very like butt smooth, as you can see. I don't know, I can kind of see like a kind of a little luminosity on my hand here. I don't know, I definitely need to play with this more. Again, I bought this when I wasn't really returning stuff, because now if I got this and I wasn't enjoying it, I would definitely return it. But I will give this another try. I know my friend Stacy loves Hourglass, so I'll definitely be giving this a try, and yeah, I'll try this out. So next up, I have NARS, MAC, and Tarte. So right here, I don't know, are these considered like face palettes, because they're duos? They have a blush and a bronzer, or a blush and a highlighter. Like the little what was it, the Wet and Wild says it was a contouring palette, and it was just like 2 shades, so I figured I would include these. So this is the NARS Duo and Orgasm and Laguna. So these are 2 of their like top selling shades, peachy shade, and then this bronzer in Laguna. Very pretty shades. I have obviously been using these babies up, and I do enjoy these 2. Next up is this Narcissist Unfiltered 2 Cheek palette, and this is what the inside looks like. Again, I have my little plastics. Here's what it is. So it does come with like a highlighting palette, highlighting shade, and then these are all blushes. These are very pigmented. This is my first blush palette that I have bought from NARS, and I actually picked this up during like a VIB sale. But this is what some of those shades look like. By swatching them, it doesn't look super pigmented, but when I apply it with a brush, it really is pigmented, and it does show up pretty nicely on my face. So I do like the NARS blushes. The only thing is that they are pretty pricey. Every year they come out with cheek palettes, so I knew I wanted to pick one up, and when I saw this one, I knew the shades were really up my alley, so I wanted to go ahead and pick up this NARS palette. Next up is MAC, and this is my blush and some contouring shades, and also this is my like, you can use this to set your under eye area. This is Fascinating, I believe. Melba, Tenderling, and Mocha. This one is Sculpt, and this one's Harmony, I believe. And then these 2 were limited edition. These were from the Nutcracker collection. This first one is the Copper Face Compact, and it has Whisper of Guilt and a Pleasure Model Extra Dimension blush. So this is what that looks like. I picked this up because everybody was raving about Whisper of Guilt, so I really wanted to get my hands on it. This was limited edition, the Whisper of Guilt shade, but they have this as permanent now. And then this is the blush. And then this one is the Peach Face Compact. So it comes with 2-2 skin finish and At Dusk blush. This is what that one looks like. I'll do a side by side. Unfortunately, you aren't able to pick any of these up anymore. These were part of the Christmas, I believe. So that is what these 2 look like. And I'll swatch these also. That is what that one looks like. So lastly is from Tarte. So both of these were limited edition. This one came out last year, and this is the Big Blush Book 2. This is their second big blush book that they have came out with their Amazonian Clay powder blushes. And you are able to take these out if you want and apply them in a Z palette, so it's not so bulky. Kind of thinking about it. I've been thinking about transferring these into a Z palette, because I just feel like this is super bulky, but I haven't done that. And these are like very pigmented, and yeah, those are some of those shades. And lastly, this one was like a couple years ago blush palette also. This is the Pinup Girl blush palette. You could actually use these for your hair, but I just left them on there. But this is what that one looks like. I can tell I use this one more than all these other ones, because you can almost can't even see the little printing that's on there. But again, Tarte has really nice blushes, so I definitely wanted to get my hands on a blush palette because it's more affordable to pick up a blush palette than picking up individual ones. But I have heard that blush palettes aren't as pigmented as the individual ones, but even these ones are pigmented. So this is my last set of face palettes. So I have Becca here and Anastasia as well. So I'm gonna start off with this one. This is the Becca Blushed with Light Blush Trio, and it has 3 shades. These 2 shades are their best selling shades, and then this one is their new shade that they made for this palette. So this is Wisteria, Songbird, and Snapdragon. I wanted to pick this up because I heard Becca blushes are like super amazing. I was gonna pick it up when it first launched. This palette was like $30, and I was able to snag this baby when it was on sale for $17. I hate when companies do that. Like when I buy a product at full price and then like a few months later they put it on sale, it sucks so bad. But I was happy because I picked this up for $17. And then this one right here is also a limited, I think it's limited edition, right? This is the Becca times Jaclyn Hill Shimmering Skin Perfector Mineral Blush and Champagne Splits. I picked up the one with Prosecco Pop, and then the one that most like I was gravitated towards was Amaretto. It's really pigmented also. And this, I picked it up before I even was able to get this one. So I wanted to at least be able to try out her new highlighting powder. But then I saw somebody had this on eBay. They weren't even asking that much more than what it was actually for retail price. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I still have the little plastic here. And I did check because it did come with the box and everything, and it did have like this little code here. And everything that it originally was sent with, the lady that I bought it from sent it to me too. So I thought it was pretty legit, and then I also did have this to try out both of them to make sure it was legit, and it is. I've used this one more than this one because this is like a collector's item. So I leave this on, and again I have the little plastic sheet. So again, this is Champagne Pop, and this is Prosecco Pop, and then Pamplemousse, Amaretto, and Rose Spritz. I do have this palette here that I have not used very much. Again, this is a collector's item, but of course eventually I will use this up. Next up, I have this contouring cream kit by Anastasia, and this is the medium contour cream kit. I haven't used this. Contouring creams kind of scare me. Contouring creams and pomades and stuff like that scare me. I really need to practice. But everybody that uses these are super, it looks super nice on them. I actually picked this one up at Marshall's for $20. Check out Marshall's. They always have good deals. I'm like really wanting to go to Marshall's because I heard they are gonna have like Marc Jacobs and like MAC and all this stuff. And I have seen MAC products at Marshall's already, but I really want to get those palettes by Marc Jacobs, those eyeshadow palettes. But yeah, I got this one from Marshall's for $20. And this one is the Anastasia times Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette. To be honest, this palette feels like glittery to me, but I used this shade, like I wasn't really happy with this palette. I just thought that it was like really glittery, and yeah, it has a glow, but it had more glitter than, well, it had glitter and glow, which I do not like glittery highlights, but I used this shade and it doesn't look glittery anymore, so I think it's just kind of coated on the top with glitter. Oh, look how pretty this one is. This one was the one that I was like, whoa, it has like a lot of glitter. But these shades are beautiful. They're like super, super glowy on the skin, and they just look wet on the skin. These are gorgeous shades. Again, I wasn't a big fan of this when I first got it because it felt just glittery to me. But I have been using it, getting rid of the top layer, so it doesn't feel as glittery as when I first got it. But aren't these shades beautiful? And that is glittery and I regret buying and regret not returning is this one is this a glow kit by Anastasia. It's the Ultimate Glow Highlighting Palette, and it's supposed to be a metallic highlighting powder, which probably is the reason why it's like glittery. And then this one right here, these are like all gold shades pretty much, but these have a lot of glitter in them, and I'm not the biggest fan again of glittery highlighters, so I kind of regret picking this up and also regret not returning it. Again, I'm just super bad at returning stuff that I do not like, but This year, I'm a changed woman. I do return what I do not like. So I got 2 more highlighting glow kits. This one is That Glow, and these are gorgeous. I love wearing these. They just give like the perfect glow to the skin. They're not glittery at all. Just gives a beautiful wet look to the cheeks. If you're looking for something glowy and just gives you that wet look, try out these little 4-pan glow kits. They are just gorgeous. And this one's my favorite from the 2. This is the Sun Dipped. And this is what that one looks like. I love this shade. Isn't it so pretty? Guess I can just swatch them all since there's only 4. But that is what that one looks like. Gorgeous, right? Just like metallic-y, like super beautiful on the skin. So this is my face palette collection. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below on what products you would like to see from my collection next. Some of you guys may think this is very excessive, but when you're a makeup junkie, makeup lover, makeup hoarder, this is not a lot. Actually, it is a lot. What am I saying? I'm just crazy now. But thank you so much for watching, and again, please don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!